Hello, I am the Entertainment Wizard. I will be making my debut video today. My web series is going to range between many different subjects, such as television, movies, video games, as well as a few other areas from time to time. I will be here not only to give my opinion, but to give as much information as I possibly can on the subject. And don't worry, I will do my best to make this entertaining since I am not a teacher, I am just the Entertainment Wizard. My first subject is a horror movie that has been getting a lot of attention lately. It was the sequel to what's considered the best horror movie in history. Halloween 2 released October 30th, 1981 and made over $25 million in theaters. The theatrical version is considered an excellent extension to the original, and the reviews in the last decade praised this film. However, many said it didn't have the thriller aspects the original used to create the best horror movie in his slasher in history. However, little did the fans know, a very different version of this film was going to make its way to TV in the late 80s. In the early to late 80s, Halloween 2 appeared on network television, but the version that was shown was far different. Most of the nudity, gore was edited out, but was replaced with over 20 minutes of all new footage, including an alternate ending. You would think this would ruin the film, but it did the opposite. It added thriller back into the film, like the original. That's why some think it's the superior version, but the opinion's mixed, however. It is a great film and it is definitely worth seeing. In the last decade, there have been barebone DVD releases with nothing special, but the transfer qualities were getting better. However, in the last few years, we didn't just get one, but two major re-releases of the film on Blu-ray and DVD. Universal released the 30th anniversary Blu-ray on September 13, 2001. This edition offered a restored high-definition transfer of the film, plus about 60% of the TV version scenes restored in the deleted scenes package. An alternate ending with slightly more dialogue and sound effects. The other major prize was the film documentary Terror in the Aisles, which is considered the best horror documentary that actually went to theaters and starred Donald Pleasence. However, there was a major issue with this edition. The opening credits Mustafa Akkad Presents was replaced by Universal and MCA Company Presents, which caused a major fan outrage, and I suspect legal issues, and Universal ended up reissuing the disc with the fixed credits. Despite this, it's a good edition. The picture looks great, the sound is good, worth getting. Shout Factory got the rights from Universal to re-release the film on September 18, 2012 on Blu-ray and DVD editions. This edition has its own benefits and flaws. I will start with the theatrical version. Shout Factory took Universal's restored high-definition print and took it a step further. It cleaned up imperfections the Universal print didn't filter out. However, even though there are two audio options, I found the Universal print had better sound. It isn't a major difference, but you will notice you hear things a bit easier on the Universal edition over the Shout Factory edition. Before I go into the TV version, I want to talk about the other features on the disc. The one major downer is the Terror in the Aisles documentary is gone. But that's the only major downer. Comes with the same deleted scenes, but the alternate ending, this one, is the more common one without slightly more dialogue and extra sound effects. You get several documentaries and interviews from cast and director and film locations. It is a very good collection of special features. The TV version, I had a number of things to say about it. Shout Factory did a very good job in restoring the scenes into high definition, but unfortunately it's on a DVD disc, and while I support of DVD and I think it's not going anywhere, I felt that for those that purchased the Blu-ray edition, we should have gotten the TV version on Blu-ray disc. The sound is excellent, very loud, easy to hear everything, and I was afraid this would not be the case. Fortunately, there are two major downers with this TV version of the film. First, there is an extended TV version scene missing where Mr. Garrett talks about the drugs involved and so on.
Further details will be forthcoming as soon as we get them.
Do you believe it?
No.
I believe it. They're not telling about the drugs involved. There's lots of drugs involved. Had to be.
Drugs. That's what's wrecking society.
I am certain I was the first to discover this, and I got an official response through Facebook by them explaining what happened. The master they got from Universal did not include this scene. Apparently, certain TV versions of the film deleted this particular scene, and I believe this might have been the versions released back in the 80s, which were shown only a handful of times, and no one seems to have a recorded copy from back then. Seem to have them only from the 90s on, which is believed when the scene was added back into the film. Also, the 80s version had this cool cartoon intro from Halloween 2. You can see a commercial of it on YouTube. I believe it's the right one. If any of you out there have a recorded version from the TV with this intro, contact me. I would love to get my hands on it. The other major issue is the centering of the film. Film's off. It's too much aligned to the left, and you miss parts of scenes. In other full-screen TV versions, you see everything because it was perfectly centered. Certain theatrical full-screen copies had the same problem. Because it was... Other films had this issue too, but if it was centered properly, you didn't need a widescreen to see everything. Overall, you get a very good edition of the film, and you get 99% of the TV version restored. Lots of features, so it's worth getting. Oh, I almost forgot. You get a copy of the script on the TV version DVD that you download to your computer. Both editions have their goodies and their flaws, but in general, Shout Factory has the more to deliver, but if you want everything, you need to pick up both editions, so in my opinion, it's a tie between them or personal preference. The alternate and deleted rumored scenes. I am only going to cover which you don't know, but pictures are going to be shown of the TV version scenes. Now, there are 2 to 3 scenes that we haven't seen, and at least 2 is confirmed to exist. The first is the WWAR news crew, headed to Henfield Memorial Hospital to interview Laurie Strode, but they're stopped by Mrs. Alice, telling them to leave before she calls security. This was a scripted and recorded scene, but has never been released. When Michael hides in the baby nursery, a stuffed animal with weird symbols activates and makes noise. The nurse comes in, and behind her, Michael is hiding in a closet. She turns the toy off and leaves. There is a photo of Nurse Jill on the phone when the lights are out. I believe she was trying to call for help when Laurie is missing from her room. There is a photo of Laurie and Loomis on a stairwell going down. You'll find it on the Bare Bones DVD and Google Images, but there are 2 possible ways this played out. One, this is an extended scene of the chase sequence, or there is an alternate chase sequence and the climax happening in another part of the hospital. There is a rumored scene where Michael slits a woman's throat. I already mentioned this, but on the 80s version TV airings, there's a Cartoon Halloween 2 intro that's really cool and it's worth seeing. This concludes my first review. Please tune in next time as I review another topic, and I'll give my opinions and show information. Please comment, and if you like my episodes, please pass the word to your friends. See you next time. This is Entertainment Wizard, signing off.